Hello, everyone. Welcome. STL Sanford. I'm your host, Sanford Willis. I'm here to talk about the game that we saw last weekend. The score, JSU 16. He Ain't SWAC 10. You all know who He Ain't SWAC is. The Alabama State University coach. That Ain't SWAC crap that he brought up in 2022. We're going to talk about that and show the video on that later on here, because it was crazy. It was crazy. This game versus Alabama State was more of a defensive type game, because both teams seemed to be stuck in their track offensively, and each defense come up with the right plays at the right time. QB1, Jacoby Morgan, was out of 13 attempts he had 8 passes completed, which was kind of low, only 120 yards, but he did throw for 1 TD, but he also had 1 interception. JSU pro-style running back, my boy, you know who I'm talking about always, Irv Mulligan. Irv Mulligan was held at bay. He had 22 carries, I think it was, for 57 yards. But Janalen Dupree. Let me get that right. Janalen Dupree was the dude. He was something. Janalen Dupree had 2 receptions for 75 yards and a touchdown. Travis Terrell had 4 carries for 28 yards. Alabama State slowed down our running game. Man, let me tell you, that was a defensive game. I was kind of worried there for a moment. I didn't know the outcome was going to be, but man, if it wasn't for Janalen Dupree, he was the only bright spot. He kind of saved us there. No, Janalen Dupree is the grandson of the greatest running back to ever come out of Mississippi. A lot of you old heads know who I'm talking about, Marcus Dupree. That was what a running back. What a running back. But Janalen ran down that sideline with that speed. Oh my God. Check out this video. Check it out. You got to look at this.
Here's Jacoby Morgan. Stepping back to pass, going to throw it right across the middle. The pass is caught right there by Janalen.
Oh, he gone.
Dupree is going to slide by a bunch of defenders, and if he didn't step out of bounds, that's a touchdown for Jackson State.
He simply went to where the pressure came from. Comes across the middle, right where those linebackers were bringing the pressure.
Did the dude have speed? Did you see how he ran down that sideline? They said he may have ran like 22 miles an hour. And he's coming back next year. Think. Janalen Dupree and Travis Terrell. Jackson State is going to have some speed next year. Jackson State just keep reloading. They're not rebuilding. They are reloading. Jackson, people, the future is bright for JSU. Oh, my God. But back to the game. I mean, to me, in my opinion, Jackson State University defense do not get enough credit. Not too many people talking about that. I mean, look at the teams that they shut out in the second half. Look how many teams they've done that to. And they only allowed Alabama State and He Ain't SWAC 10 points. 10 points. And that defense just they find ways of shutting teams down and giving that offense the ball. That's what you want to see. And It is awesome to watch. It is awesome to be on the side of a team like Jackson State, or to be a fan of a team like Jackson State. Now, 2 weeks ago, I told you all that Jackson State will play Southern for the SWAC championship. Hey, it's shaping out to be that way. It is shaping out to be that way. Southern kind of got themselves together, and they're coming on strong. They are coming on strong, and they're going to be playing at the Vet. The championship game will be playing at Veterans Memorial Stadium in Jackson, Mississippi. We should have 61,000 people there, and I hope the weather is nice and hot. Oh my God, that is going to be a good game, and I just hope that everyone within the surrounding areas, Louisiana, Mississippi, going down there to the Vet. Check out that game, because it is going to be something to see. Now, I want to talk about something that happened at the end of the game that I did not like at all. Why is it that I got to make sure I say this right. I got to make sure I say this right. Sometimes coaches got to be careful, because the team can take on their personality. Just like in 2022, when Jackson State beat Alabama State and the pushing and shoving, which y'all saw in the video, or you're going to see on the video. I'm going to show that to you. Why is it that Afro-American have to go through that? Why you don't see that in PWI school? Why in the hell are we keep doing that? Showing our butts, looking ignorant? Why? Why? The coaches at the beginning of each game should let their players know, do not act like a ghetto fool that y'all came from. That's crazy. That is crazy. And they took on his personality and act the same way he did in 2022. It is unfreaking believable. And talking about who ain't SWAC, I'm still pissed off about that. I'm sorry, because that should have never happened. I mean, and then this past weekend, those players act the same way their coaches did. I mean, that violent behavior, and it just remind me of 2022. They act like they want to start a big fight in the middle of the field. Check out this video 2020. Check out both videos. Check out the video of the brawl that was almost started, and the video of what happened in 2022 with Deion Sanders and the coach.
The East Division crown, and there's the Gatorade bath on Coach T.C. Taylor. The Tigers will head to the SWAC championship for the third time in 4 seasons. They will beat Alabama State this evening by a score of 16-10. There you see Coach Taylor and Coach Robinson, two guys who told us this week they have nothing but respect and love for each other and what they're doing for their respective programs, especially since they are leading their alma maters. And Tyler, this is something you never want to see. I understand that things can get a little shaky between whatever.
This is where the coaches come in at. Come on now. This is where the coaches come in at.
Matchup.
Absolutely. And people are letting their feelings get the best of them in this situation.
Lack of discipline. Coaches should never allow this.
More fisticuffs going on. Guys pulling each other's helmets.
And if you're Jackson State, you don't want to get players.
You do not want to get players.
There's no such thing as
and of course, as we look at
lose the game,
here,
win the
SWAC
fight.
officials
Hell
will take
no.
a look at this entire video to see what type of penalties will be presented to both Alabama State and Jackson State.
6-12. In the post-game handshake, there was a handshake. Coach Sanders from Jackson State goes in for what we call the bro hug. Coach Eddie Robinson Jr., Alabama State, was not having any of it. He was very frustrated and upset with Coach Sanders. He talked to the media after the game and had a laundry list of complaints.
I guess me being up front is just like, I thought it was a lot of disrespect the whole week. And so you're not going to be disrespectful the whole week in the media. We didn't talk in the pregame. I was out there the whole time at the 50-yard line. He walked through our whole our whole huddle on our end zone and came a long way around to get to his side of the field in the pregame. Thought that wasn't classy at all. And so in the postgame, I'm not about to give you the Obama bro hug. I'm going to shake your hand and I'm going to go on. I'm going to always be respectful and respect the game. You got the great guys, W.C. Gordons, Eddie G. Robinsons, those guys, Marino Chasm. I'm living on the shoulders of the SWAC. He ain't SWAC. I'm SWAC. He ain't SWAC. So he's in the conference doing a great job. Can't knock that. Got a great team. Son should be up for the Heisman Trophy win. I love Shador. Great player. I love what he's doing for the conference. Probably one of the best things we had since that Steve McNair when he was in there. Love all of that, but you're not going to come here and disrespect me and my team and my school and then want to bro hug me. Shake my hand and get the hell on. Period. You got the W. Great job. I hope he comes back next year. I pray he don't get a Power 5 job. We can play them next year in Jackson. And I pray they put us for their damn homecoming.
Coach, would you describe it as, were you just trying to pull away from his handshake there?
Yeah, I was just pulling away. We handshaked and that was it. It ain't no need for no embrace. We ain't friends. He ain't never called me. I ain't never called him. Great player. Everybody wanted to be primetime as a little kid. All right, great player, all of that. Played against him, got tons of respect for the guy. Doing a great job as a coach, but you can't do all that stuff all week, and then you come back, put your backup quarterback, and you want to run a hitch and go to try to put more points on the board. Disrespect. Game was out of line. 26-12. 40 seconds left. We had no timeouts. Take a damn knee. You want to try to run a hitch and go. So we started blitzing. We're going to knock him out the game, too. So that's how we got to play it. It ain't no quarters given. So you want to do that, don't come with me and try to bro hug me like we friends. We ain't friends. You didn't shake my hand before the game. Why you shaking my hand after the game?
Coach Sanders came into the media room after Coach Robinson left. The media did not have to explain to him what Coach Robinson said. Coach Sanders heard it all, and he responded.
I walked up to, my exact words was, "Hey, man, you had him ready to play. Good game." And shook hands and tried to embrace him, and he pushed off. That was it.
Do you think that there were any reasons for him doing that?
I don't know. It could be a plethora of things. I think he thought he was going to get a win. I don't know why he would have ever thought that. I did hear his interview where he said that I came out and ran around the field. All of the people that's been with me for years, and even playing in the NFL, I always come out the locker room and run around the field. That's my tradition. That's what I do. That wasn't nothing personal to invoke any riotous act against them. That's not who I am. That's not what I stand for. That's not what I'm about. Secondly, he also said I didn't come to greet him in the center of the field. I don't know if you understand. We got here very late. So that expedited our whole process of preparation. So now we were in let's go get it. And I'm not one to go find the coach. Coach Dancy is one of my dudes. I don't recall going to greet Coach Dancy the last time we played at home against Mississippi Valley, and that is my dog. So I don't know what he was thinking that I was going to be. And then I heard him also spew out comments about what did I say leading up to the week. I think I was a darn good salesman leading up to the week. Did we sell the game out?
Well,
Did we sell the game out? Yes or no? Had they ever been sold out here? So I thought I did my job. I thought I should be applauded. Really, you got to understand. We put a backup quarterback in, and that kid works his butt off, and they're blitzing. You got 9 in the box, and they're coming. So I got a running back that just got in the game. He's cold, and they got 9 in the box, and they're coming. So don't I want to protect my players as well? And what about the countless number of timeouts that you just called? Tell me something as a coach. So when the other team is trying to score on you, you don't supposed to try to score on them.
When it comes down to it, the one thing that Coach Sanders says disturbed him maybe the most was the thought, the words that he is not of the SWAC.
Coach Sanders, Tyler Carr, HBCU Game Day.
Yes, sir. That's my man.
How you doing?
What's going on, boss?
Good. When a game kind of ends on a salty note like that, I know there's two things. There's the competitiveness,
but there's also the trying to uplift one another, raise the profile.
That's what I do every day.
Does anything like this bother you? Do you want to see some sort of resolve around it, or you just let it go?
Because I heard the things he spoke. You got to. I listen very carefully when people are upset because usually what they say they mean. I'm not one to come back the next day and gonna pick up the phone and you're gonna apologize and we straight. No, not whatsoever. You meant that mess. And one of the comments that kind of disturbed me out of all the comments that I'm not SWAC. Who is? I got time today. Who is SWAC? If I ain't SWAC, who is SWAC? If I ain't SWAC, who is SWAC? If I ain't SWAC, who is SWAC? Baby, who is? What more? I'm feeling good now. Yeah.
The post-game press conference ended on this. So
I don't want to spend too much time in talking about the coach, but Eddie Robinson, for him to make that statement, who ain't SWAC? And I mean, come on, Eddie. Come on, Eddie. You know that you're jealous of Deion Sanders. You don't have the cachet that Deion has. You don't have the swagger. You can't touch Deion in nothing. If you don't like what he's doing, you're jealous. Sometimes best not to say anything. Just let it go. Be a man and just let it go. If you think that you are Mr. SWAC and you got that swagger, answer this question here. Sir, why is it that you don't have celebrities and fans coming down to Alabama State University Stadium during your home game? Why is it that you got this 26,000 seat stadium and you're not doing nothing with it? On your opening day, you only had 15,000 people there. And then you went down to 10,000 and 6,000 people. Then homecoming against FAMU, you had 31,000 people. You went down again. Then Jackson State came to town. They brought in 21,000. Jackson State brought in the second highest number of people to that stadium. Only reason why y'all beat them because your homecoming did that. Jackson State, sir, is the school that you can give some respect to. I mean, I don't expect you to sit down and kiss, but come on now. Come on, sir. Don't trip. Don't trip like that. And I must say this, and I don't want to get on this too long. I don't want to be on this for too long. And I just have to bring it up. The Orange Blossom Classic. 10,000 people. You were in a 64,000 seat stadium. You only brought in 10,000. Mr. SWAC, I am SWAC. Where is your swagger? Can't you do something? You did all that talking on the video about how Deion ain't SWAC and you don't want that bro hug. Okay, show some action. The hell with all that talking. Show that you can be better than Deion. You can do more than what he did for SWAC and HBCU. Show us that. You ain't show us nothing. Y'all trying to win some games. That's all we see you doing. Trying to win some games. Come on, man. Come on now. Come on. You got to do better than that. Orange Blossom Classic, when Deion first played, when he first coached in that game, he brought in 36,000 fans. 36. Beat your record 3 times. That's his first time. His second time, dude, he brought in 40,000 people at their game. 40,000. It was the highest attended historical black college university game in the nation. Let me make sure I said that right. When he brought in that 40,000 people to his second game at the Orange Blossom Classic, it was the highest attended historical black college and university game in the nation. In the nation. When T.C. Taylor first year as coach of Jackson State and he came to the Orange Blossom Classic, he brought in 26,000. Dude, you're so swacked out, you can't even do anything close to what Jackson State's doing and their coaches. But you're so quick to say who's SWAC and who's not. Who's hot and who's not. What are you going to do? Come on, dude. Show us something. What are you going to do, Mr. Robinson? You got the name Eddie Robinson, and I bet you didn't tell too many people that you're not related to the famous Eddie Robinson of Grambling State University, who coached there for about 50 years. I hope you didn't tell people you were related to him, because you'd be shaming that man's name with your behavior. Oh well. Hey, Jackson State will be playing Alcorn. That's going to be a good game next week. Check it out. Please hit that subscribe, share, like button. STL Sanford, I'm out.